New at 11, a new ordinance in Wilmington could find some people facing criminal charges for standing or driving over certain medians. City Council approved the ordinance tonight as part of a new public safety campaign. The new law prevents anyone from standing on any city street, highway, or right-of-way except as a matter of necessity or in an official capacity. Wilmington police can now charge someone who violates the law with a misdemeanor.
But the people who stand in these medians, they stand in them every day. Every single day. So you're going to stand in the median one day, get a ticket, not a citation anymore, get a ticket. And then you're not going to stand in the median for 30 days. And how are you going to survive?
They would have to have at least 5 prior convictions to be eligible for jail, or 4 convictions to be eligible for jail time in any instance. So with this amendment and with this statute in mind, I do think that this is an appropriate ordinance.
Council members say the ordinance is aimed at notifying pedestrians that certain medians are not wide enough to safely stand on.
And council could not come to an agreement tonight to support a gas station being built along Dawson Street in the city. Council's 3-3 vote effectively fails the proposal for the Circle K to go up between 16th and 17th Streets on Dawson. Council members say the site is tough to redevelop because of the current zoning restrictions.